Hi everybody, thanks for tuning into my YouTube channel where I talk all things photography. So today I'm going to be talking about how to start your photography business from home. In 2016, I left my full-time job to pursue my passion in wedding and lifestyle photography. It was a really difficult jump though because I left a full-time career in military intelligence and jumped into a world of business and art, and these two industries aren't very similar. So I spent a lot of months researching and educating myself on how to set myself up for success in a very new and unfamiliar field. Since then, I had a few of you ask how I was able to set myself up, so I figured I'd share what I've learned over the years with everybody. So we're going to go through this step by step in this video, but I also wanted to provide you with a downloadable business brand worksheet in the description box below to help you identify and define your business brand as we go through each and every one of these steps. So step one is define your business from the get-go. What kind of photographer do you want to be known for? There's wedding, lifestyle, branding, newborn, elopement, etc., and describe your aesthetic. Are you going to be moody, airy, dramatic? Are you film-based? These are all things that should be established before you make your business official and start marketing yourself, because knowing these details is really going to help you make the legal decisions you're about to make and who your ideal clients are and where to find them. Step two is name your business and brand. Looking back, I remember how difficult this part was for me because I would go back and forth between choosing an implied, overt name versus a conceptualized one. In other words, did I want clients to find me by my name and the word photography, where it was clear I was a photographer? For example, Hannah Q Photography or We Wed Photography. Or did I want to create a unique brand name that would only be associated to what I did if the connection was made between the business and client through really good targeted marketing? For example, Chasing the Light or Love and Lenses, or something even more unique and vague such as June and Olive. I decided to go with Hannah Q Photography because I felt like my personality and who I am as a businesswoman, photographer, and artist was a huge part of my brand and one of the greatest selling points aside from my actual physical work. I would recommend narrowing it down to 2 to 3 names. Do some research to make sure the business name is unique to you and not trademarked by anyone else. Ask for second opinions from friends and family and put together a pros and cons list for each to help you narrow it down. Step 3 is define your brand logo. This part's important because we live in a very aesthetically and visually driven society, especially for our target audience. Make sure this logo is a reflection of the brand name. It even helps to choose a color palette that represents your brand. I always knew I wanted to be a bright and airy photographer for couples, so my first logo ever was a very generic photography logo I found via Etsy, and there were probably 100 of other photographers with the same logo. And it had my business name surrounded by the sage green and soft pink floral wreath. And when I first started out, it was good enough, but over the years, as I grew my business and photography skills, I decided I wanted to go with something a little more simple, elegant, and sophisticated, and I really wanted it to reflect my fine art aesthetics while still being unique. So I hired a fine art watercolor artist to create what I have now. Most likely, your logo is going to change throughout the years once you get a better grasp of your business and brand. So although the logo is important, it's not an end-all be-all, and you can always change it down the road. Step 4 is make it official. Now that you've spent some time researching, strategizing, and developing your brand, make it official. Obtain a business license or permit as required by your city or county. There are so many websites that will give you insight in how to establish your business legally. Really make sure you do a lot of research on this. You can register as a corporation, LLC, sole proprietorship, or partnership. There's more options than that, but each option has its own advantages and disadvantages depending on your personal and professional circumstances. The benefits of a sole proprietorship is simplicity and low cost. The benefits of an LLC is liability protection and flexibility. I chose to go with LLC because I had long-term plans to expand my business down the road. But bottom line, do your research and talk to as many fellow creatives, friends, and family and professionals as you can. Step 5 is establish a business bank account. Despite how you register your business, setting up a business account is always a good idea for a number of reasons. First of all, it's going to allow you to track your profit, expenditure, and additional bookkeeping. It also provides some sort of paper trail for taxing authorities. And finally, it's going to make things a little more official, especially when your client is paying June Love Photography versus June Miller, the gal I found via Facebook. So once I opened my bank account, I transferred $10,000 of our money into the business as invested capital. And I only use this for marketing, advertising, equipment, and other costs associated with establishing my business. And the reason why I did this is because it helped really deconflict expenditure decisions from my personal and business finances. Step 6 is establish your website. In this day and age, especially as a visually based artist, you must have a website. This website should align with your brand, from the layout, obviously the content, to the colors, even something as small and detailed as the font. And as soon as the visitor visits the homepage, they should instantly get a sense of your aesthetics and what it is that you do. The website should give you a background of who you are as an artist and a business owner. It should also provide a gallery of your images from the previous work, a contact page, or an obvious call to action. Okay, so step 7 is put together a pricing sheet. What does your service include? How much is your work and time worth? If you've just started your business and have limited experience in images in your portfolio, maybe you need to charge less so that you can focus on building the resume and your portfolio. If you just started your business but you've got the credentials and have enough content for your portfolio, maybe you can charge a little more than your competitor. When I first started, I researched my competitors in the area with similar experience levels and compared my prices to theirs. Okay, and step number 8 is identify your ideal client. This is gonna save you so much time and money on your social media, marketing, and advertising strategy. Who would be your perfect ideal customer that would align with the brand that you've just created? And be very specific. So my ideal client would be 32 years old. She's educated, established, career-driven. She works a full-time job. She appreciates art, particularly fine art photography. She's a hopeless romantic, dreams of having a family one day, and during her free time, she loves traveling, enjoys the outdoors, maintains a healthy diet, and she's musically inclined. She has a furry dog baby. Her favorite food is sushi or any kind of raw seafood. And on the weekends, she loves indulging in a glass of Cabernet Sauvignon while browsing through lifestyle blogs, vlogs, and adding to her Pinterest wedding board. Because I've created such a specific and detailed image of my ideal client, I have a pretty good idea of where to find her and how to attract her to my services. All right, and step 9, and last but not least, is market and advertise your business and services. And there are so many ways to do this, such as marketing on social media platforms that cater to your ideal client. You can also invest in marketing platforms such as The Knot or Wedding Wire, to name a few, but equally as important is networking, reaching out and establishing rapport with like-minded creatives in the industry. I found that the marketing and advertising never really stops, and I probably still spend more than 50% of my time doing so. So put yourself in places where you're going to be seen and heard, and with time, you're going to be able to track your clientele. All right, guys, so that concludes my video for today. Thank you for sticking around and watching, and hopefully you like what you saw. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and if you have any questions, comments, or even suggestions on any upcoming videos, as well as the video that you just saw, then be sure to leave them below. All right, bye, guys.